Like
I see a little bit of the yes.
He's getting dove a lot this
That's
game.
how I feel. That's how I feel
Yeah.
looking at this. I'm nervous for him. It feels like everything else around him needs to protect him, and I don't know if they'll be able to do it.
There's a lot to be afraid of, especially since like I was expecting a Thresh because Thresh at least has Lantern in situations like that, but he's gonna be on his own.
No escape.
Well, you can probably relate.
Remember, the most important thing about this game is that Revenge has a good time because he's gonna come cast with us next game.
Yes.
So, let's
I
hope.
didn't know if that was known or not. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, oh gosh, there's an angle to want an Immortals win for the good vibes, but he's also such a pro.
Honestly, you don't even have to win the game as long as you have a really good individual performance. So, you know, maybe we want big things from this crocodile, baby. Raise this crocodile. Some kind words for Revenge. Obviously, the Cloud9 group. Maybe some successful Immortal scrims against them have influenced that. During this, though, Evil Geniuses, of course, you saw the entire setup on your screens. They're able to pull the dragon, leash it out to the edge of the dragon pit. I was thinking more in this game was going to be bot, but they're going for the Scion.
And Sunday's got a couple escape mechanisms, whether it be the ultimate.
They're going to use it now to transition into this Rift Field. But EG also have their whole bottom lane coming.
Dredge line route and more directly onto JoJo, the hijacked ultimate. Oh my
Someday
goodness.
doesn't have teleport or ultimate though, so it's going to take a while for the Scion to get here. So EG know we're 4v5, got to give it up, and Immortals will get an objective in this game.
Okay, so after EG
so that
getting
he can start roaming around.
Revenge between a Scion and a hard place, with Inspired upon him as well. First blood for JoJo.
Oh, that's actually turret plate money for themselves. Pretty happy with that. And Kenvi tries to start up this dragon, but it might get countered. Inspired and JoJo are on the way.
A Blaze Olive here for the defense, but they do have to be wary about being collapsed upon. Managed to finish it off, so even...
Little sweep here towards mid, though.
Meanwhile, the rest of EG here to get the play on mid. Flashy over the wall. Flash and actually, and Inspire having to flash out as well with the wild growth upon him. Tactical getting low and in the center of Evil Geniuses. The rest of the team is here to try and punish, but it's a one-for-one trade so far. FBI getting himself the heck out of there, expelling all of his summoners before he can bring in more damage. What a good swing from Revenge, but the crocodile goes down. Missed chain lash from JoJo onto a Blaze Olive. He can dish it back as well, but now the retreat from the remainder of Evil Geniuses.
It looks...
You know what I'm talking about?
For training. Yeah.
For training. I feel like Tactical's on that, but actually we get some action here in the mid as we have the Rift Herald dropped onto the turret, and ult for ult. The root onto Fleshy again, trying to knock up in response and Revenge. How much can he pull from EG right now? JoJo has to get out of it with the flash and more. FBI setting his sights onto a Blaze Olive, who eventually pops in. Tactical in the center of all of EG once again ends up falling. Kenvi knows that Inspired is on his tail, so Revenge was waiting on the opposite side of the pit to be able to hop on. And Vulcan now has to back up. Someday, EG, the rest of them just trying to trade the opportunity to get the last hit onto Kenvi thus far and put that gold lead into higher, more oppressive territory slowly but surely. JoJo locking onto a Blaze Olive on his top side. We knew that Someday was coming in with a teleport. They are looking for the kill onto a Blaze Olive, who knows that Kenvi is nearby as well, but there's not enough to be said.
Feeling very nice. Shadow Flame as well, I'm assuming. Yep, there it is. So he's got the flat bend Silas going too. Now the Renekton's under attack.
Yeah, you can see just how much stronger EG have gotten in recent memory. Revenge now caught in the crosshairs of multiple. A bit of that sustain working out for him, but can't finish anything.
He tried to go for the stun on the cannon minion, try and finish it off and get some gold, but he couldn't even finish the cannon minion. So rough there for Immortals.
Oh, a little bit of a face-off. FBI coming in hard with the ultimate in tow. Dredge line directly on him, and Inspire tries to separate the entirety of this fight. Knock up and more onto Nautilus. Fleshy goes down. FBI, the subject of the wild growth, once more hops back over the wall, and enough space created between the remainder of IMT.
50 gold per member of the team, and he's still...
Oh, flash back on the attack. EG won't stop that. A Blaze Olive goes
Doesn't get the local gold, doesn't get the Grump either. Actually, the Grump is dead, I don't even know. Baron, though, is under attack. Immortals, pray!
EG on it, JoJo over the wall, into the center he goes. FBI ulting once again, and Fleshy still just the first to fall, going into stasis. JoJo keeps himself into the fight, and Kenvi is the next isolated target. A big blast of damage onto FBI by Tactical. but luckily for EG, the Melees managed to put themselves into the center of the fight. Teleport coming in from Immortals. That's some heavy damage onto Someday. Passive ultimate finish a few at the start to be able to collapse upon the rest, but Someday always coming in right at the nick of time to absorb anything else. A dredge line attempt there on FBI, but it's not found.
Yeah, good Hex Flash look, but what's the punish look like from EG?
The punish is some heavy damage onto Revenge with a teleport right beneath his feet, and lockdown Immortals exiting over across Riverside. But look how fast JoJo is. Look how fast the rest of the team is. Inspired cutting off the rest of IMT, and Fleshy again separated from the squad. Into the pit he goes, giving his life. How the shield onto Inspired was such good timing. We sometimes overlook the pressure of these supports as they go and make this pressure onto the bot side. Scion ultimate coming in unstoppable once again. Multiple routes from JoJo. Revenge, Dominus activated, backing up towards his fountain. The knock up onto Someday and getting a lot of damage from Tactical, who throws out his ultimate as well onto Evil Geniuses. No kills acquired, and the inhibitor was taken by Evil Geniuses as well, getting the objectives that they came for. We'll have to see what he can do with the Gale Force active and beyond from the rest of the squad as EG keep their focus over onto this top side now. Teleport ushered in from Immortal to try and give some assistance to Blaze Olive, but Blaze does go down, and Revenge looks like he's trying to stagger in as well. Can be coming through with the ultimate, gets the root onto one, trying to follow up onto multiple, but FBI is also into the later game, is also in a strong spot. JoJo making that face at them to cause worry about purple.
Worry about purple indeed, because that cuts right through the towers. Inspired just kind of threatening here. Stolen ultimate will zone them out and
get the root onto a couple, and really EG, they're going for those objectives. They're getting the next inhibitor down on this top side. They had this cannon wave coming mid as well. Revenge having to swiftly rotate to match JoJo, who finishes off the tower. And now Revenge on the retreat. Evil Geniuses don't see any reason to stop applying the pressure now. Full team in. Bot side does come up. They finish it off again. But Kobe, for EG, coming through with the dominance performance thus far. FBI into gold. He goes a stun up onto JoJo and more. But IMT, look at those HP bars go down, down, down again. Revenge, one more slap. A triple kill for FBI. Tactical and Fleshy, the bot lane, only one standing, but